Thank you. My name is Paul Kovacs. I'm the founder and executive director of the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. Sophie's going to lead for us, and then I'll follow with some advice.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sophie Guilbault. Je suis directrice des...
Good morning. My name is Sophie Guilbault, and I'm director of the partnerships with the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction Institute, and I co-direct the Canadian Centre of Recovery and Resilience.
To build disaster-resilient communities, and we look forward to share our advice with you today. ICLR recently published a database tracking the history of societal, insured and uninsured losses from extreme weather damage. In 1994, Canada experienced $330 million in losses. Last year, we experienced $13 billion in damage, which includes $7 billion paid by insurance companies. Damage increased by 9.4% a year over several decades, which I'm sure you can agree is a trend that is very much unsustainable. The good news is that most of these $13 billion in losses last year are preventable. We know what to do. We know which locations in Canada are at high risk, and we know what are the 3 or 4 essential actions that can be taken to reduce the risk of severe damage to homes for different hazards. Often, these 3 or 4 actions can be accomplished under $15,000 per home. And we know that each dollar invested in resilience likely result to 5, 10, or more in terms of future avoided losses. If you can move to the next slide, I want to give some examples of how we know how to protect homes at risk. So this is from the floodings that happened in Montreal and Toronto last year. Insurance company paid $3.5 billion to 100,000 homeowners that had to clean up their basement from polluted water. And we know that on top of the uninsured claims, there was likely over $1 billion in damage to homes without insurance. Less than 10% of homes take preventative actions like putting in a backwater valve or a sump pump or having a landscaping that slopes the water away from their homes. Those are all measures that can be easily implemented and significantly reduce these costs. The other slide, if we can move to the next one, is from British Columbia. You can see here a house that was protected from wildfire by implementing things like a Class A fire-resistant roof, fire-resilient cladding, as well as a 1.5-meter non-combustible zone around the property, which stood up to the fire as opposed to the neighbor home who was completely destroyed. We've seen these cases in many communities in Canada when we did forensic investigations in Jasper, Kelowna, and all these places. And finally, the following slide is from Calgary last summer. If you can see at the top left picture, we have a roof that was previously rehabilitated with impact-resistant shingles following a hailstorm, and the other half was not. And you can see significant differences in damage. Similarly, if you look at the siding of the 2 homes next to each other, we see severe losses from wind-driven hail, with the one house on the right having vinyl siding that got severely impacted and the one having impact-resistant siding on the left. So there are some good news in what we're sharing. We know how to reduce damage, but we must take actions like these to reduce these unsustainable trends.
Thank you, Sophie. We're rushing a little bit, trying to respect your time. I'm going to close with 3 recommendations. First, the Government of Canada should establish national building codes by 2030 to protect Canadian homes from flooding, wildfire, hail, and severe wind. Again, we know what to do. We just need to codify it, put it into the codes. Second of our 3 recommendations, Public Safety Canada should partner with the provincial and territory governments, with the insurance industry, and the focus should be, after a loss, we always build back better with resilience. After you experience a loss to your home or your community, the expectation always should be to build back better. The federal government's taken an important first step earlier this year with the modification of the Disaster Financial Assistance Arrangement. The need now is to coordinate the federal opportunity with provincial follow-through and collaborate with the insurance industry. And the third and final recommendation that we have today, as Susan started with, and we strongly agree, we need a coordinated approach to proactively encourage homeowners to implement the advice and changes that are needed. At the moment, the municipal governments and insurance companies have been bringing in a number of incentives in different communities in different ways. We do not yet have a national collaboration where the federal government, the provincial governments work with the others who benefit when a home is prepared, when a community is prepared. There are big savings that can be made. We think $1 can save 5 to 10. And at the moment, you've got municipal government stepping up to some extent. You've got insurance companies stepping up. We're looking for the federal and provincial governments to have this collaboration, this overall pre-event. Let's get homes ready. Let's do all these things that our science shows can be done. So to conclude, thank you for the opportunity. We want to share with you that there is a crisis going on in the United States where they have failed to deal with the same issue that's confronting us. In my opinion, we are not in crisis, but we're going the wrong way very fast. The losses are moving up, and we know what to do about it. In fact, the Americans didn't do it. It's not a good excuse. We need to get on doing the right things. We need to proactively invest in risk reduction. We need to take advantage after a loss. We need to put in building codes so we do this before any risk comes at all. We think this does not need to become a crisis, but unfortunately, we're going the wrong way fast. Thank you.
Merci, Madame Guilbault. Thank you, Mr. Kovacs. And the floor is yours for 5 minutes, Mr.